All right, let's dive deep today because we're prepping you for an interior architect interview.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, and we're talking about really like blowing them away, not
Okay.
just showing up.
Yeah.
So to strategize, we've got a couple of really great resources from RoleCatcher.
Yeah.
We've got their career guide and their interview guide.
Yeah, two powerhouses. What
Powerhouses.
insight.
Exactly.
I love it.
Before we get into that hot seat, though, let's kind of like paint a picture of what an interior architect actually does.
Yes.
I was looking at the career guide in their what they do section,
Okay.
and, it's so much more than just picking out pretty wallpaper.
It really is. It's not just, designing spaces to be aesthetically pleasing. You're considering building codes, accessibility, client needs, and even like weaving in cutting-edge technology.
Oh, wow.
It's a very dynamic blend of creativity and technical expertise.
I like how you said a blend of creativity and technical expertise, because you really have to showcase that in the interview.
Yes.
That you're not just an artist,
Yes.
but that you're a problem solver, a project manager, like a tech-savvy innovator.
A jack of all trades.
Exactly. Are you ready to tackle some real-deal interview questions?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, first up, what inspired you to become an interior architect?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right. It seems kind of simple, but it's really your first impression.
Absolutely. And it is simple, but, it's really your chance to shine. Don't just say like, oh, I like making spaces pretty.
Right.
The interviewer is looking for genuine passion, like a deeper understanding of the profession.
So how do you connect your personal story with the field?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what kind of things could you talk about?
You could talk about, what sparked your interest. Was it a specific building that blew your mind? Was there a designer whose work you really resonated with?
Yeah.
Or maybe even a personal experience that showed you like the power of a well-designed space.
You know what I remember? The career guide had a little anecdote about an architect who was inspired by their childhood treehouse.
Oh, I love that.
Like, how it felt like a magical world to them.
Yes.
And that really brought their answer to life.
It does. And don't forget to tie your inspiration back to like the realities of the job.
Okay.
Maybe you were drawn to like the challenge of balancing aesthetics with functionality,
Mhm.
or you're fascinated by how like sustainable design can have a positive impact.
Okay, so you've nailed that question.
Right.
What kind of follow-up questions might they ask?
Well, they might ask about, your design influences, your favorite architects, or even a project you're particularly proud of.
Okay.
It's all about them getting a sense of your individual style and how you approach, design challenges.
Okay, let's move on to a question that's all about staying ahead of the curve. How do you stay up to date with the latest design trends and technologies?
Mm-hmm.
This is where you've got to show them that you're, committed to continuous learning,
Yes.
because the interior design world is constantly evolving,
All the time.
and they want to know that you're not stuck in the past.
For sure.
So it's not enough to just say, I read magazines.
No, definitely not. You can mention, specific publications you follow, like Interior Design Magazine or Architectural Digest,
Right.
but also highlight your digital savviness. Do you follow influential designers on social media?
Oh.
Do you participate in online forums or attend webinars?
Yeah, and the career guide talked about attending industry events
Yes.
like NeoCon
Love it.
or the International Contemporary Furniture Fair.
Mm-hmm.
And those are great examples of active learning and networking.
For sure.
And don't forget about like professional development courses or certifications,
Yeah.
like LED accreditation or learning a new 3D modeling software.
Yep.
All of that shows that you're actively investing in your skills.
Shows you're on top of it.
Okay, next up is a question that gets down to the nitty-gritty. How do you approach a new project?
Okay.
And this is where you showcase your organizational skills and your ability to handle the complexities of a project
Yes.
from start to finish. So should we walk them through like every single step from, measuring the space to picking out throw pillows?
Well, you don't have to get that granular,
Okay.
but highlight the key phases.
Okay.
So start by emphasizing your research process.
Okay.
How do you gather information about the client, their needs, and the space itself? Do you conduct site visits? Do you analyze traffic flow patterns?
It's kind of like being a detective uncovering all the clues to create that perfect design solution.
Absolutely.
I like that.
So then you talk about, how you develop your initial concepts and present them to the client.
Okay.
Do you create mood boards? Do you use 3D visualization tools? The key is to demonstrate like a structured approach that balances creativity with practicality.
And speaking of practicality, the career guide emphasizes the importance of budget management
Yes.
and working within constraints.
Absolutely. The interviewer wants to know that you can bring a project to life without breaking the bank. So this might be a good time to mention like a specific project where you had to get creative with limited resources or find cost-effective solutions
Okay.
without compromising on quality.
So we talked about the initial stages of the project, but what about the collaboration aspect?
Collaboration is crucial. You want to highlight your ability to work effectively with architects, contractors, and of course, the client themselves.
Yeah, of course.
So you can mention specific communication strategies you use,
Right.
like regular meetings, progress reports, or even, leveraging technology for virtual collaboration.
Oh, the career guide actually suggests creating like a digital project hub
Ooh, I love that.
where all stakeholders can access plans, share feedback, and track progress.
Yes,
And that shows that you're organized and tech savvy.
it does. It demonstrates your commitment to transparency and keeping everyone in the loop.
Absolutely. Now, before we move on to the next question, let's take like a quick detour and talk about how RoleCatcher's AI can give you that extra edge in your interview prep.
Ooh.
This is where things get really interesting because it's like having a personal interview coach right in your pocket.
It is. RoleCatcher's AI analyzes the specific job description you're applying for,
Okay.
and it helps you tailor your answers to match the employer's needs.
So it's like a secret decoder ring for the interview.
It is. So you simply input the job description, and the AI identifies like the key skills and experience the employer is looking for. Then it suggests ways to weave those into your answers,
Oh, wow.
highlighting your most relevant qualifications.
It's like a personal stylist, but for your interview responses.
Yes.
I love that.
And it also provides feedback on your practice answers.
Okay.
It analyzes things like clarity, conciseness, and even like the use of industry-specific keywords.
So it's really like having a second set of eyes to polish those responses
Exactly.
and make sure you're putting your best foot forward.
You got it.
I'm feeling a lot more prepared to tackle these interview questions.
Me too.
So let's dive back in.
Okay.
This next one focuses on the heart of design. How do you balance functionality and aesthetics in your designs?
That's a great question.
It's a classic.
It is a classic. It's all about showcasing your understanding that good design isn't just about making things look pretty.
Right.
It's about creating spaces that are both beautiful and functional, and that meet the needs of the people who use them.
So how do you find that sweet spot?
Well, I would start by emphasizing that functionality is the foundation of any good design. You need to understand how the space will be used, who will be using it, and what their needs are.
Right.
The aesthetic choices should then enhance and elevate that functionality, not detract from it.
It's like a dance between practicality and beauty.
It is, and you can use specific examples from your portfolio to illustrate this.
Okay.
Maybe you designed like a small apartment where you maximize storage space without sacrificing style, or you created a restaurant layout that facilitated like a smooth traffic flow while still feeling like inviting and atmospheric.
Yeah, and the career guide really emphasizes the importance of universal design principles and accessibility considerations
Very important.
because those are essential for creating spaces that are inclusive and welcoming to everyone.
For sure. And you can even turn a potential challenge like incorporating accessibility features into a positive
Okay.
by showcasing a project where you creatively integrated those elements
Right.
into a beautiful and functional design.
So turning obstacles into opportunities.
Exactly.
Okay, let's tackle one that's a little more situational.
Okay.
Tell me about a time you had to handle a difficult client. How did you approach the situation?
Ooh, good one. So this is where you demonstrate your professionalism and your ability to navigate challenging interpersonal dynamics.
Yeah.
So the key here is to choose an example where you successfully resolved a conflict or addressed a client's concerns in a positive and constructive way.
So you don't want to like badmouth a past client
No.
or dwell on negativity?
No.
Okay.
Focus on the steps you took to understand the client's perspective, communicate effectively, and find a solution that met their needs while staying true to your design vision.
So it's kind of like being a diplomat, finding common ground and building bridges.
I love that analogy. It's a great one.
Thanks.
So highlight your active listening skills, your ability to compromise, and your commitment to finding creative solutions. You could even mention using tools like 3D visualizations or virtual reality to help clients better understand your design intent and provide feedback.
Ooh, I love that idea because technology can be such a powerful tool
It is.
for bridging those communication gaps.
Absolutely.
The career guide actually mentions using virtual reality to walk clients through a space before it's even built,
Oh, wow.
so they can really visualize the final product
That's incredible.
and make design choices with more confidence.
That's a fantastic example of how technology can enhance the client experience and minimize those potential conflicts.
Absolutely. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
We have.
We've talked about inspiration, staying up to date, project management,
Hmm.
client relationships,
Yes.
and even how to handle those tricky situational questions.
Love it.
And of course, we've sprinkled in some really great insights
Yes.
from RoleCatcher's Career Guide and Interview Guide along the way.
Don't forget about RoleCatcher's AI.
Ooh, yeah.
It's your secret weapon for tailoring your answers, practicing your delivery, and gaining that extra edge in the interview.
We'll be back soon with part 2, where we'll continue our exploration of those key interview questions and strategies.
Can't wait.
So stay tuned.
Yes. Welcome back to our deep dive into interior architect interview prep.
I'm ready for more.
All right. Let's jump back into those challenging questions that can really make you shine.
Okay.
So let's explore a question that assesses your understanding of different design styles.
Okay.
What are some of your favorite design styles and why?
Ooh, this is a fun one because it gives you a chance to show off your personality
Yes,
and design sensibilities.
exactly. The interviewer wants to get a sense of your aesthetic preferences and see if they align with the company's style
Hmm.
and the types of projects that they work on. So you don't want to just like rattle off a list of buzzwords.
Right, like, oh, I love minimalism, mid-century modern, and a touch of industrial chic.
Yeah, exactly. While it's good to mention specific styles, it's more important to articulate why you're drawn to them.
Hmm,
So what is it about minimalism that appeals to you? Is it the clean lines,
right.
the focus on functionality, or like the sense of calm that it creates?
Mhm.
The why reveals your design values and how you approach creating spaces.
It's kind of like explaining the story behind your favorite color.
Oh, I like that.
It's not just blue.
Oh,
It's the blue of a twilight sky that reminds you of a peaceful evening at the beach.
beautiful. And remember, the career guide emphasizes the importance of staying current with design trends.
Right.
So maybe you're interested in biophilic design, which incorporates natural elements into interior spaces
Yeah.
to improve well-being.
I was just reading about that in the guide.
Oh, awesome.
It's so fascinating how bringing the outdoors in can have such a positive impact
It is.
on people's moods and productivity.
Absolutely. It's a great example of how design can go beyond aesthetics and address like the holistic needs of the user.
Mhm.
You could even mention specific examples from your portfolio where you incorporated biophilic elements,
Okay.
like living walls, natural light, or like organic materials.
Okay, I bet they'll ask about your tech skills.
For sure.
So what if they say something like, tell me about your experience with, and then they list a specific software technology?
Yeah, so be prepared to showcase your technical prowess. This could range from, CAD software for drafting
Right.
to 3D modeling programs like SketchUp or Revit
Mm-hmm.
to even virtual reality tools for client presentations.
Yeah, the career guide had a whole section on the importance of technology in interior design.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's transforming the way we design, visualize, and even experience spaces.
For sure. So be specific about your proficiency level,
Mm-hmm.
the projects you've used the software for,
Right.
and any relevant certifications.
If you're not familiar with a particular program, be honest,
Yeah.
but express your willingness to learn.
Right, you could say something like, while I haven't worked with that specific software yet, I'm a fast learner and eager to expand my skill set.
Exactly. Enthusiasm and adaptability are valuable qualities.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on to a question that assesses your decision-making abilities.
Okay.
Tell me about a time you had to make a difficult decision on a project. How did you approach it?
So this one requires some strategic thinking.
It does. They want to see that you can weigh different options, consider the implications,
Mm-hmm.
and make a decision that aligns with the project goals
Right.
and the client's needs.
So what kind of scenario could you use as an example?
It could be anything from a budget constraint that forced you to make design compromises
Okay.
to a disagreement with a client over a design direction, or even like a logistical challenge that required a creative solution.
Yeah.
The key is to choose an example that highlights your analytical thinking
Right.
and your ability to find like the best path forward even under pressure.
It's kind of like navigating a design maze, where you have to carefully consider each turn and its potential consequences.
I love that analogy.
Thanks.
So you want to walk the interviewer through your thought process.
Okay.
Did you involve the client in the decision-making process? Did you consult with other team members?
Okay.
Did you use any tools or frameworks to help you analyze the options?
And, of course, explain the outcome of your decision.
Yes.
Did it lead to a positive result? Did you learn valuable lessons from the experience?
Exactly. Show that you're capable of making tough calls, taking ownership, and learning from both successes and setbacks.
Okay.
Now let's shift gears to a question that lets your creative spirit soar.
Ooh, I like this.
If you could design your dream project, what would it be and why?
This is your chance to unleash your imagination.
Yes.
And really show them what excites you about design.
It's not just about describing a beautiful space.
Right.
Connect your dream project to your design values, your passions, and your vision for the future. Do you dream of designing a sustainable community center that fosters connection and well-being? Or maybe a boutique hotel that reflects the unique history and culture of a particular region?
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
They are.
And the career guide really showcased such a diverse range of projects
It did.
that interior architects work on, from residential homes to healthcare facilities to museums and retail spaces.
It's a reminder that your dream project can be anything that aligns with your interests and your goals as a designer.
Right, and the why is just as important as the what.
Exactly.
So let your passion shine through.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's face a question that can feel a little daunting.
Uh-oh.
What are your strengths and weaknesses?
This is a classic interview question, and it's an opportunity to showcase your self-awareness and your commitment to growth.
People always struggle with the weakness part.
They do.
So any tips on how to approach it, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
without shooting yourself in the foot?
Definitely. So start with your strengths. Choose like 2 or 3 qualities that are relevant to the role and that you can back up with concrete examples.
Okay.
Are you a strong communicator? A creative problem solver? A detail-oriented team player?
Right.
And for the weakness, choose something that you're actively working to improve. Don't say, like, I'm a perfectionist,
Okay.
but rather, I tend to get caught up in the details, so I'm learning to delegate more effectively and prioritize tasks.
So frame it as a growth opportunity.
Exactly.
Maybe you're a bit too introverted and you're working on being more assertive in meetings, or you tend to take on too much and you're learning to set boundaries.
Perfect. It's about showing that you're self-aware and you're constantly striving to improve.
Right. Okay, before we move on, let's remind our listeners about how RoleCatcher's AI can be a game changer for interview prep.
Ooh, yes. This powerful tool can analyze the specific job description you're applying for and help you craft targeted responses that highlight your most relevant skills and experience.
So it's like having a customized cheat sheet for the interview.
Pretty much.
I like it.
It can also analyze your practice answers and provide feedback on things like clarity, conciseness, and even the use of industry-specific keywords.
Oh, wow.
Think of it as your personal interview editor,
Nice.
polishing your responses to perfection.
Okay, back to the questions.
Let's do it.
This one is all about your experience.
Okay.
Can you walk me through a recent project you worked on?
Ooh. So this is your chance to showcase your skills and bring your portfolio to life.
Okay.
Choose a project that aligns with the type of work that the employer does and highlights your relevant strengths.
So should you just present like a dry recitation of facts and figures?
Absolutely not. You want to tell a story, set the scene, describe the challenges you faced, the creative solutions you devised, and the impact your design had on the space and the people who use it.
So it's like taking them on a mini design journey.
It is. Engage their senses.
Yeah.
Talk about the textures, the colors, the lighting.
Ooh.
Was there a particular material you used that was both beautiful and sustainable? Or a unique piece of furniture that you sourced that became like a focal point of the design?
Okay.
These little details can really paint a vivid picture.
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can help you identify the key aspects of the job description
Yes.
and suggest ways to weave those into your project narrative.
It can. It's like having a personal storyteller on your side.
I like that.
Oh.
All right, let's tackle the dread and salary question.
Uh-oh.
What are your salary expectations?
So this one always feels a little awkward,
It does.
but being prepared can really help ease that tension.
Okay.
So research is key here. The Career Guide provides insights into average salary ranges for interior architects based on experience and location.
Mm-hmm.
Websites like Glassdoor or Indeed can also provide helpful data.
Okay.
So go into the interview with a clear range in mind.
And remember, it's okay to negotiate.
It is. You want to demonstrate your value while remaining flexible and open to discussion.
Yeah, you can reframe the conversation and focus on the value that you bring to the company, highlighting your unique skills,
Yeah.
your experience, your passion for the work.
I love it.
Okay, one last question.
Okay.
This is your chance to kind of turn the tables a little bit
Oh, I like it.
and gather information to determine if this is the right fit for you.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us?
So avoid questions that could be easily answered on their website.
Right.
Instead, ask insightful questions that reveal like the company culture, team dynamics, or specific projects you would be working on.
Okay, so like what kind of questions?
You could inquire about their approach to sustainability, their mentorship program, or the types of clients they typically work with.
Okay.
You could even ask about the company's biggest challenges and opportunities in the coming year.
Right.
This demonstrates strategic thinking and genuine interest.
Yeah, and the career guide offers some insights into career paths and advancement opportunities.
Yes.
So asking about professional development shows ambition and desire for long-term growth.
Excellent point. It wraps up the interview positively, leaving a lasting impression of your commitment to the field.
Welcome back to the final part of our interior architect interview, Deep Dive.
I'm excited for this.
We've covered so much.
I know we have.
From dissecting those tricky questions to harnessing the power of RoleCatcher's AI.
It's been a journey.
It really has. And now you're almost ready to step into that interview room.
Yes. Almost there.
But before you do, let's touch on those final touches that can really elevate your performance.
Okay, I'm ready for those finishing flourishes.
Me too.
Oh.
So what can make all the difference?
Well, remember that the interview is a two-way street.
Okay.
Yes, they're evaluating you, but you're also evaluating them.
That's a good point.
Does their company culture resonate with your values?
Yeah.
Do their projects excite you? Pay attention to those subtle cues during the conversation.
Because it's not just about getting the job.
No.
It's about finding the right fit for you.
Absolutely.
The place where your creativity and talents can truly flourish.
It's like finding the perfect, piece of furniture.
I like that.
It's got to fit in the space.
I've got to fit. Okay, so speaking of presentation, let's talk about first impressions.
Okay.
Your appearance matters.
Yes, it does.
Even if the company has a casual vibe, dress professionally. A polished look shows that you're taking this opportunity seriously.
For sure.
It's like choosing the right outfit for a design presentation.
Yes.
You want to make a statement that reflects your professionalism and style.
You got it.
And don't underestimate the power of a firm handshake and genuine eye contact.
So important.
It conveys confidence and engagement.
It does.
Okay, so we've got the outfit, the handshake, the eye contact. What about those pesky nerves?
Everyone gets nervous.
I know I fidget when I'm under pressure.
Yeah, me too. We all have our nervous habits.
Right.
The key is to be mindful of them.
Okay.
Sit up straight, maintain eye contact, and try to project a sense of calm and composure.
It's like visualizing the space you're creating.
Oh, I love that.
You wouldn't want it to feel cluttered or chaotic, right?
No.
You want it to feel balanced and harmonious.
Absolutely. That's a great analogy.
Thanks.
And just like you'd add those finishing touches to a design, remember to smile. It adds warmth and shows you're genuinely excited about the opportunity.
Okay, any final words of wisdom before we send our listeners off to conquer those interviews?
Remember, preparation is key, and you've already done the hard work by diving deep into these resources.
Yeah.
Now take that knowledge, combine it with your unique skills and passion, and let your authentic self shine through.
Imagine yourself walking into that interview, not just prepared,
Yes.
but confident and ready to impress.
You got this.
You've got the insights, you've practiced your answers, and you're genuinely excited about the opportunity.
That's an unstoppable combination.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And remember, just like you'd meticulously design a breathtaking space,
Yes.
you have the power to design your dream career.
Love it.
Go out there and create something amazing. That's a wrap on our Interior Architect Interview Deep Dive. We're so excited for you and can't wait to hear about your success. Don't forget to explore RoleCatcher's additional resources. And remember, just like a well-designed space, your career is a reflection of your vision and your passion.